Neesmith inbounds to Haliburton. Oh boy, here we go. 6-5 Haliburton. He'll take it. He'll backpedal.
Oh my goodness. Coming up on NBA Today, one of, if not the greatest comeback in NBA playoffs history, and what a stage for it. What did we learn in this instant classic? Plus, who gets the biggest slice of blame pie for the Knicks here? Hear from Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart on how New York moves on after Heartbreak City. And we are live from the site of tonight's Game 2. Does the freshly crowned MVP SGA have something special in store for OKC? We check in with the man himself. NBA Today starts right now, where we are live from Paycom Center in Oklahoma City, counting down the hours until Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. Malika Andrews here alongside Andrea Carter. Brian Windhorst. Chiney Ogwumike is back with us here in Oklahoma City. We're glad to have you. I got to ask you, though, Chiney, have you recovered?
I have not.
I have not recovered from last night's game. We need to take you there right now, relive the madness that was Madison Square Garden. Because here's the deal. Entering Wednesday, teams were 0 in 1,414 when they trailed by 9 or more in the final fourth quarter or minute or overtime of a playoff game, but then Aaron Nesmith happens.
You can't say enough about Aaron Nesmith. What's impressive, yes, he knocked down so many threes in the fourth quarter, but that's after chasing Jalen Brunson everywhere for the entirety of the game. He had the hot hand, and the Pacers continue to find him, and he delivered over and over.
Nesmith, he made 6 three-pointers in the fourth quarter, tied for the most in any quarter in NBA postseason history. Having 20 points in 5 minutes is unheard of.
We feel you. Yep.
And Knicks fans, they're starting to get a rumbly in their tumbly, because Tyrese Haliburton, when he starts to back out like this, we have seen this before. The friendly bounce, and it goes down. It felt like it hung in the air forever. And then, of course, a nod to the iconic Reggie Miller 1994 celebration for Tyrese Haliburton, recreating that in the same series. But, of course, it was a two-pointer, not a three-pointer. And Tyrese was worried maybe he wasted the celebration.
Did I get the three? I didn't get the three. You didn't get the three. How did I not get back?
If I would have known it was a 2, I would not have done it. So I think I might have wasted it. If I do it again, then people might say I'm like aura farming. So I'm not, I don't plan on using it again.
Aura farming, now a part of everybody's vocabulary. With that, though, we head to overtime here, Chiney.
Typically, when you throw the first punch in overtime like the Knicks did, you have the advantage, but instead they have a plethora of players, the Pacers, that can be used as decoys, whether it's Pascal Siakam, Tyrese Haliburton, that freed up someone who was a slam dunk contest winner in a Knicks uniform, but now on the victor side, and Obi Toppin.
Jalen Brunson, though, Brian, if you told me that he had 43 and the New York Knicks still lost a blind box score, I don't know that I would have believed you.
This blind box score is crazy. Let's leave it at that.
Oh, can't be caught sleeping. I thought this was a city that never sleeps.
And yet, they were caught right there on the Indiana Pacers. Nice play there for Indiana.
Here's another one.
Final moments here. Final seconds, rather, of overtime. Watch Pascal Siakam.
Use as decoys, Malika.
Yep.
Setting up another tough dunk by Toppin.
Toppin throws it down, and New York is all too familiar with that young man's game here. He's getting fired up. The Indiana Pacers can feel it here. Jalen Brunson falls short.
Another opportunity.
Oh, this was online.
And just a little bit too short there. There's a scramble for the rebound. New York tries to come up with it, but no. It would be Indiana ball here. 0.2 on the clock, and at this point, Tyrese, he just hands the ball to Karl-Anthony Towns. Game over. Reggie Miller knows greatness when he sees it. Here's Tyrese Haliburton on how the Pacers team just keeps getting this done.
I think our front office did a great job of keeping this group together, and I think that this just gives us all confidence in each other. Like, we feel like we know where everybody's going to be. We expect, we have high expectations for each other, but I think we also have, we hold each other accountable at the same time. I think that's important. And I've seen people joke about us and call us, we're we're like a college team a little bit because of how close we are and, how we've been together and we're all super young and whatever the case may be. But, man, it's just it's special. And I love playing with these guys and, look forward to, keep this run going.
I don't know about you, Chiney, but this feels like a where were you when game. You're going to remember exactly the moment for a very long time, and you had a unique experience listening to all of Oklahoma City react.
Oh, yeah. I was in my bed in the hotel recovering, right? And then what happened was I was watching this, and I screamed at the top of my lungs, and so did everyone on my floor. The entire floor reverberated, and I definitely think it's a where were you when the shot went down. But honestly, if you think about the shot, it's wild. It was the bounce. You could probably hear a pin drop in New York City. It took forever for that shot to come down. But when Haliburton released, I was like, that's actually a favorable bounce. And it gives us shades of Kawhi Leonard, obviously, in the East, trying to pursue a championship in 2019. It gives us shades of Kevin Durant, big toe on the line with consequences. And I know the celebration, he was a little probably self-conscious, knowing that he had to win it and close it out in overtime. But this is a team that reminds me of the saying, luck is where preparation meets opportunity. This is a prepared team. They had the right opportunity. And guess what? A lot of people are saying they might be the luckiest team in the NBA, but rightfully so, they worked for that luck.
Better to be lucky than be good.
When I think about Tyrese Haliburton, he's just so unbothered, right? I mean, we've already shown clips this season of people talking about him having a low ceiling when he came into the draft. He was unbothered by that. Unbothered by people making fun of him for the Olympic team. Unbothered by someone or guys voting him most overrated. He's unbothered. He continues to be himself. And then in this game, they're down by 14 points with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. What is Tyrese Haliburton? Unbothered. On the drive, Mikal Bridges tips the ball, and Tyrese Haliburton stays with the play, backs out, shoots it. He thought it was a 3. It was a 2. He's unbothered by that, and he goes to help his team get the win in overtime. It's his way that he continues to just be himself and not worry about any of the outside noise. Not just in this game, but that's how he always is.
Success is the best revenge.
Exactly.
And it's best served cold and in Madison Square Garden. There are many, many versions of this phrase, but I think the one that applies to the Indiana Pacers the most is 1 is a fluke, 2 is a trend, 3 is the truth. And this Indiana Pacers team has been the truth. Wendy, are they the best comeback team we've ever seen?
I've never seen anything like it. Typically, when you get to 3 possessions inside a minute, you can go to the parking lot. Not
and
with
some
this
did.
team.
We're sorry if you did, Knicks fans.
Do not leave. Let's go back to the first round against Milwaukee. In that situation, 7 points, less than a minute. The game's over, right? Nope. Somehow they get themselves to a position where they're able, there was a friendly turnover. There's always a turnover. There's always a missed free throw. Haliburton with the drive that makes the difference. Second round in Cleveland. Buries this dagger. They were 7 points down. Again, inside 50 seconds, 7 points down.
Nope.
That broke the Cavs. That victory.
in here.
And so when they're in Madison Square Garden, they've already done 7 points. How about 9 points? 9 points inside a minute, and they, by the way, the Knicks made a couple of plays here. They made a couple of baskets. It wasn't like they got nothing, but the Pacers stay with it again. There's a missed free throw. There's a couple of turnovers that happened, and 1 in 10 million, says ESPN Analytics. And